Ireland, a small island nation in northwest Europe, boasts a history as rich and captivating as its emerald landscapes. Thousands of years ago, the first settlers arrived on Irish shores, leaving their mark on the land. One remarkable testament to these ancient inhabitants is New Grange, a massive stone tomb, older than the pyramids of Egypt. This awe-inspiring structure speaks to the ingenuity and spiritual beliefs of Ireland's earliest communities. Around the middle of the first millennium before Christ, a new group arrived, the Celts. They brought their own distinct culture, leaving an enduring legacy on the island. The Celts spoke the Gaelic language, still spoken in Ireland today. They also shared a rich tradition of myths and legends passed down through generations of storytellers. These tales, filled with brave warriors, magical creatures and powerful gods, continue to enchant and inspire. In time, Ireland became a patchwork of small Celtic kingdoms, each ruled by its own king. In the 5th century after Christ, a pivotal figure emerged from the mists of history, St. Patrick. Bringing the Christian faith to Ireland, he forever altered the spiritual landscape of the island. Monasteries, established across the land, became centers of learning, preserving ancient knowledge and fostering a vibrant artistic tradition. Christianity flourished, intertwining with older Celtic beliefs to create a unique spiritual tapestry. The tranquility of this era was shattered in the late 8th century with the arrival of fearsome raiders from the north, the Vikings. These fierce warriors, sailing from Scandinavia, plundered monasteries and settlements, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Yet the Vikings also played a surprising role in shaping Ireland's destiny. They established settlements along the coast, founding cities like Dublin, which would later become Ireland's capital. Viking influence can still be seen in the street names and place names of modern Ireland. The Viking reign of terror finally came to an end in 1014 at the Battle of Clontarf, a decisive victory for the Irish that helped to shape the future of the nation. The centuries that followed the Viking era saw Ireland embroiled in a series of conflicts as new invaders set their sights on the Emerald Isle. First came the Normans in the 12th century, followed by successive waves of English monarchs seeking to assert their dominance. Gradually, English control tightened its grip, and Ireland found itself increasingly subject to foreign rule. This period witnessed the erosion of Irish laws and customs replaced by English systems of governance and land ownership. The 17th century ushered in a new era of hardship and turmoil for the Irish people, the era of plantation. Under this system, vast tracts of land were confiscated from Irish Catholic owners and granted to Protestant settlers from England and Scotland. This policy, driven by religious and economic motives, had devastating consequences for the native Irish population. Millions were displaced from their ancestral lands, forced into poverty and subservience. Despite centuries of oppression, the spirit of the Irish people remained unbroken. Throughout their history, they rose up in rebellion against English rule, fighting fiercely for their right to self-determination. These rebellions, although often brutally suppressed, kept the flame of Irish nationalism alive, fueling the dream of an independent Ireland. The 19th century brought about a pivotal moment in Irish history, the Act of Union in 1801. This act formally joined Ireland with Great Britain, creating the United Kingdom. However, this union was far from equal. The Irish people, particularly the Catholic majority, faced widespread discrimination and economic hardship. This period also witnessed one of the darkest chapters in Irish history, the Great Famine of the 1840s. A devastating potato blight wiped out the staple crop of the Irish peasantry, leading to mass starvation, disease, and emigration. Millions fled their homeland, seeking refuge in distant lands, while countless others perished on Irish soil. The Great Famine left an enduring scar on the Irish psyche, shaping national identity and fueling the growing movement for independence. The 20th century dawned with the Irish people more determined than ever to break free from British rule. The Irish War of Independence, a bloody and bitter struggle, erupted in 1919. This hard-fought conflict culminated in the Anglo-Irish Treaty of 1921, which granted independence to 26 counties of Ireland, forming the Irish Free State. However, this victory came at a cost. 6 counties in the north, with a predominantly Protestant population, remained part of the United Kingdom, a partition that would have long-lasting consequences. The establishment of the Irish Free State did not bring immediate peace. A bitter civil war erupted between those who supported the treaty and those who opposed it, dividing the newly independent nation. This conflict, though brief, left deep scars on Irish society. The Irish Republic, as it is known today, was formally declared in 1949, severing its final constitutional ties with Britain. However, the legacy of partition continued to cast a long shadow over Ireland. The 6 counties of Northern Ireland became embroiled in a decades-long conflict known as the Troubles. This period of violence, marked by sectarian violence and political instability, claimed the lives of thousands and deeply divided communities. It wasn't until the signing of the Good Friday Agreement in 1998 that a fragile peace took hold. This historic accord, endorsed by the governments of Ireland and the United Kingdom, offered hope for a shared future based on reconciliation and mutual respect. In recent decades, Ireland has undergone a remarkable transformation. Joining the European Union in 1973, the country experienced significant economic growth, evolving into a modern, thriving economy. Today, Ireland stands as a beacon of peace, democracy, and cultural vibrancy. Its people are renowned for their warmth, their resilience, and their unwavering belief in a brighter future. While challenges remain, particularly in addressing the legacy of the past and finding lasting solutions for a united Ireland, the Irish people face the future with optimism and an enduring spirit that has carried them through centuries of adversity.